Hey there, gamers all around. Welcome. Here we are, back at it again with Nitch or Niche. Anna's not having the greatest of her times trying to breed with this Beariana, but let's go over here to, what's your face? Don't crash, please. Rah-Rah. I thought that was Rah-Rah. Yeah, Rah-Rah's not having a good day. She may not even survive the night. But she just thanked her father. I just remembered that Rah-Rah's father was the Bearaina. It wasn't the friend. It wasn't a friend Nichling. It was Rah-Rah was the Bearaina's daughter. Or not Rah-Rah. It was Rah-Razi. Rah-Razi was the Bearaina's father. Or the Bearaina's daughter. Sorry. Mixed words. Rah-Razi, which was the Nichling that died over here on this tile, from the unfriendly Bearaina, as we saw in the last episode, where the friendly Bearaina basically took out the Avengers, because the unfriendly Bearaina took out the friendly Bearaina's daughter. And the friendly Bearaina was so heartbroken, he went over to his father and lashed out on him, ending his life. So we're gonna skip the day, we're gonna figure out, we're gonna see what happens. So the Crabbit died in the water. Rah-Rah on her last day, she's gonna, Rah-Rah on her last day. And her last energy, she's just gonna dig up some worms from under the seafloor. It's her last day. She's not even gonna try to get into the water to find some healing fruit, because she has a leech on her. She's bleeding. There's a piranha in the water. She doesn't want to kill herself, so instead she does a safe thing, which is just dig up some worms under the seafloor. Friendly Bearaina stayed by her side. Maybe the friendly Bearaina wants to help Rah-Rah and knows that Rah-Rah is bleeding and not feeling well and has a sleeping sickness and has a leech on her. So maybe the friendly Bearaina wants to help Rah-Rah feel better a little bit. So he stayed by her side overnight. That's interesting. That's very endearing and very sweet. So Anna, she's gonna try to breed with the friendly Bearaina again, and that time she was successful. But she's not able to make a nest because she only had one energy due to the sleeping sickness. Okay, so Tata sees that there's a shell in the water, so he goes into the water and picks it off. He also goes over towards Rah-Rah. I mean, he knows he's not going to make it to her in time, but he goes over towards them as the friendly Bearaina is just sitting there, and so is Rah-Rah onto the beach. Tata's kind of, there. And now she's pregnant, and she needs to either get into this permanent nest before her 3 days is up, or before she needs to make a nest. Most likely she's just gonna make a nest. And Toproni is not having it with these insects. He just jumps over that thorn and he clears out some grasses. He's not having it. Sibby's just happy collecting berries. Like, she doesn't want anything more than just that. Shelbert collects the Crabbit that died into the seafloor, and as I don't know how to pronounce his full name, goes running out into the beach. Mitra goes out to the beach. The shellbird tells her mom, "Hey, there's some worms under the seafloor here. I can't pick them up, but I know you got the platypus beak, so why don't you do that?" So that happened. Is Colin? She rushes out into the beach. Lord Urk is just happily minding his own business as he's like just walking right by onto the beach. Napuri gets into the tile, same tile as the insects. He thinks he has enough energy to try to take on the insects, but it seems that he doesn't have the energy, so he just found out that he was drained of energy as soon as he went into the same tile that all the other insects are on. We had to change your name. You're gonna be Jake. Jake gets out of the nest. Shelly clears grasses. I don't know. I was keeping some of you guys together for a reason. Oh, you're an alpha. Ooh, even compatible. Okay. So Shelly and Jake are gonna spend some quality time with each other. And then Larlal's getting into the permanent nest. She's exhausted, so she can't pick off of her poison berries. And Dan knows not to destroy the poison berries anymore. So he's not going to destroy the poison berries, but he also knows that he can't pick off of the poison berries because he's not immune to the poison berries. So he's gonna jump on over to the other poison berry, clear out the grasses in that one, and then come back to his mate. And then Ra's gonna try to go fishing. Elvira found a berry bush that isn't poisoned, so she's gonna collect from that berry bush. Ananair, are you compatible? Not exactly. Okay. Are you compatible with him? Not exactly. Okay. Well, Anna's gonna go smelling. And she's gonna also collect some grasses. I'm really anxious. Like, I really don't want there to be a ape spawning right on this tree, but there might be an ape spawning on this tree. Kozumi tries to go fishing with the pack over here. Perduk gets out of his nest. You're an alpha? Yes, okay. So, you two breed one more time, see if you can get another alpha. Wow, you're an interesting looking creature. Take a look at you. Oh, wow. He looks like buttered popcorn. You know, I think that's exactly what we're going to call him. Butter. We're calling him Butter. Because he looks like butter. He looks exactly like buttered popcorn. That's adorable. Okay, so we're gonna say goodbye to Ra-Ra. Aww. Friendly Bearaina came to say hi to Tata. Tata's just gonna collect his acorns though. His shells in the water. He's gonna mind his own business. He's not even gonna attack the friendly Bearaina because he knows better. He knows that friendly Bearaina is a friendly Bearaina. He's not gonna try to hurt him. Anna's gonna build her nest. She only had one energy because of that sleeping sickness. And we don't know where the other Bearaina went. He might have died. I hope not. Alright, he's not gonna pick off those toxic berry bushes. He is gonna clear out some grasses. And then he's gonna go looking. He's gonna clear out some grasses. They're gonna... Aww! So the friendly Bearaina did die. Okay, so Simmy's gonna come on over and she's gonna collect his ashes. Well, she's gonna collect his meat as if they were his ashes. And then Napori's gonna clear out some grasses. He took more damage from the sleeping sickness, so he can't really do anything else. Bree is gonna go to the other side of the island, and so is Shelbert. Shelbert's gonna run over to the other side of the island in a hurry. Mitra's just happily collecting worms under the seafloor. This Colin's gonna join the rest of the tribe, but she's gonna go over here. Lurdirk just minds his own business on the beach. He's just happy, trying to find those worms under the seafloor. He's just happy. Oh yeah, Jig. He's gonna try to dig up some roots, and Shelly, he wasn't able to, but Shelly was able to, so that they kind of bond over that. Ruduk. That's a cute name. You are an alpha. Okay. Cool. Laralel's gonna collect from the toxic berry bush. Dan is gonna destroy the other toxic berry bushes, because he was able to convince Laralel that, like, hey, if I keep this toxic berry bush growing, maybe I could destroy all the others, because they're kind of just standing in our way. And if 90% of our tribe doesn't have the toxic body, or something that is poison resistance, then it's just gonna sit there. And if I destroy it, we get not only extra food, but we also get extra nesting material. So he was able to convince his mate that, like, he can destroy most of these berry bushes, the toxic berry bushes, okay? Most of them he can destroy, but not the one that she's picking on. And then Cosme tries to go fishing. I and H. F and A, you two are technically compatible, but I want a male alpha. Oh, you're a... Aww. Okay. I'm calling you Sunflower. Because we named your brother Butter, because you look like butter. I'm naming you Sunflower because you look like a sunflower. Kinda, sort of. Sunflower, Daisy would be a better name. Hold on. Daisy would be a better name because it's yellow and white. Sunflowers are black and yellow. So I'm calling you Daisy. No, not copyright. Please don't copyright strike me. Not that Daisy. I just mean a different Daisy. The flower. So technically I got an alpha, but I wanted a... It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll figure out something. It's okay. So, Missile is gonna destroy her nest. She's gonna try to go fishing, with Ra. Short for Raprini. So Elrare is gonna destroy that nest, leaving behind only the stem, so that way it can grow back. And we're also gonna smell, just to make sure that there's no apes around. Okay. shapes. But we're getting very close to that smelling fruit tree, so. Let's see what Anna's baby looks like. Oh! She's like a cat porcupine. Oh! That's so cool, and her strength is beastly. Oh. She has the infertile trait though. Ew. And she is an alpha, so I'll give her that. Okay, so Anna's gonna destroy her nest. She's gonna go right next to the poison, the toxic berry bush, and she's gonna collect from that. Ta-ta, he got a leech and he's bleeding, so he's gonna get out of the water. He's gonna clear out some grasses, even though there's no one around to help him out. It looks like that, looks like the friendly Bearainies is just grieving over his loss into the beach. He killed his father for revenge for killing his daughter. So now he kind of feel like he has no one. So now he's just sitting there in the darkness in the water of the beach, just like watching the waves roll in. That's what I do when I'm stressed. Kind of relate to the bear. So we're gonna make sure there's nobody here. Okay, no one's stealing her fish over here. So we're gonna go back to business. Simi on her last day is gonna go collect her berries. And Ta's gonna go running out to the beach just to check up on the friendly Bearaina, I guess. Then Dan, he's gonna go destroy all these toxic berry bushes, because there's really no point in having all these toxic berry bushes, except for if you have the toxic body, in which case a lot of creatures don't really have the toxic body, so it's like not really needed. Hold on. Okay, good. I remembered to set my timer. So Dan, destroys his, more toxic berry bushes. And Newpree, he clears some grasses beside him. Shelbert, he goes running, and he sees Myri. And they are compatible. Shelbert, as soon as he sees Myri, he kind of falls for her, very first sight. Pre goes running in the same direction that he saw his brother run off to. He wants to be there with his brother. And then Shelly is just trying to run with Jake out to the beach. Roduk, he gets out of the nest. And Larlel, she's happily collecting the berries. It's raining. And there's really no one here. Okay, so Anna is able to make it to this smelling fruit tree, and oh no! Okay, so there's a carnivore plant over there we gotta be careful of. So Elvira is gonna be right next to Anna in case she needs help. In which case I'm hoping that they won't. Pre-Duke, he goes out into the permanent nest. He just He just goes over there to clear out some grasses, clear the way. Kizumi goes fishing with Missile and Ra. Butter, I love that name. Butter. He comes running out right by Elrera's side. They're not exactly compatible, but I could have them breed if I wanted to. Could have all three of them breed. And then Daisy comes out of her nest. Is Colin? She just runs over here. Oh no, I forgot about Lurder. Yeah, he goes looking for wormworms. Wormworms is already a creature in a different game. I'm not playing that game. Aww. That friendly Bearaina is following Tata's side the same way that he followed Ra-Ra's side. Maybe the friendly Bearaina thinks that he can help Tata, so he's following Tata closely behind. It looks like he wants to take off the leech. It looks like he wants to like lick off his wounds, but he knows that he can't. Cause he's kind of like scared that like he's gonna hurt Tata, I think. So he kind of doesn't really get his teeth into Tata because he's scared that he's gonna hurt Tata. But he also wants to like lick his wounds and like take care of him. Tata is almost, I guess the friendly Bearaina sees Tata as like almost like a brother to him. So he wants to take care of him. But he feel like he can't because I guess he's scared that he's like a little too strong to like for him. Like he'll hurt him when he's trying to like take care of him. And then Shelly and Myri goes out to the beach. Ta tries to toddle forward to find the friendly Bearaina. He can hear the friendly Bearaina, he just can't smell him and he can't see him. And he runs out of energy because of the sleeping sickness. And then he goes running as fast as he can to try to find his brother Shelly, or Shelbert. Mitra finds that there's plenty of worms under the seafloor, so she happily collects from that, from under the seafloor. So does Lurder. Larlil happily collects, the berries. And Jake and Shelly try digging the root. They're not able to do that successfully. Ruduk comes over here and finds Daisy. And I know they're not exactly compatible because they're both alphas. They both have the home island immunity gene. But they kind of, I don't know, they're fond of each other as friends, so they kind of get to know each other, kind of, sort of. Dan is having the sleeping sickness, so he is only able to destroy one toxic berry bush, and New Prue tries to get rid of the insects, so he's not able to catch them all in his mouth. Ra tries to go fishing with Missile. She was kind of able to collect that fish, I think. And then Kozumi tries to go fishing as well. Pre-Duke has the sleeping sickness, so he's not able to use his energy. Is Colin comes on out. hides in the grasses, only to find a toxic berry bush right underneath the mangrove tree. So it's not really anything that she can do. Collecting ability not high enough. Oh well, crap. I forgot about that. Anna just clears out some grasses. Elevator is able to collect, so she clears out some grasses. And then Butter is also able to collect, so he clears out some grasses as well. They know not to step onto the branches, because trouble comes from those. Comes from the branch. See where this friendly Bearainies is gonna go. Aww. Friendly Bearainies went out to say hi to Tata again, but Tata died. We can't smell or hear the friendly Bearainies. Ta runs as fast as he can out to the beach. We still can't smell or hear the friendly Bearainies. Hopefully he's okay. Shelbert and Myri took some damage from the sleeping sickness, but that's enough time for Pre for it to come on out and join them again. Mitra, she's happy collecting all those little worms under the seafloor. Flirter takes some algae. Oh no. He's able to take the coconuts from that ball, and that's not a friendly Bearainies. He might be stunned though, because he's under the coconut tree. Or maybe he's a coconut loving Bearainies. Who knows? But I like to beg to defer that he got stunned by the coconuts. I like to think that we won't know until tonight, though. If he moves and he wasn't stunned. Laralel, Laralel, she collects more toxic berries from the toxic berry bush. She collects all of them. Her mate died, so she might want to get out of her nest. And then Nupori clears out some grasses. He tries getting himself out of this situation that he's gotten himself into. He's surrounded by thorns and insects. It doesn't look good for him. Well, Jake and Shelly, they get their mutations set up. Okay, so we don't mess around with the ears, but they get their mutations set up. Toxic body, and I go with bat head this time. They're gonna breed, they're gonna try to dig. They're not able to dig. Shelly makes the nest. She tries to dig. She's not able to dig successfully, but she did make her nest, so she's able to have her baby at least in the next turn. And then as for Kozumi gets into the permanent nest. She already has mutations set up, so let's set up the mutations for Preduke. He has the bat head in his inactive genes. And he also has short sight and eyesight, which isn't good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the bat head in his mutation and try to amp it up. I know I'm supposed to put the bat head mutation into Kozumi's mutation because he has the bat head in his inactive genes, but because Kozumi's mutations is already filled up, I'm going to use Preduke's mutations to try to amp up his inactive genes, although I don't want this to be amped up Okay, that's just a signal for me to end my video, but I will as soon as I get this set up. Okay, so eyes and bat head, and then you're gonna breed. He has a sleeping sickness, so he's only able to breed, and then he's tired, so he's gonna go fall asleep. Kosamine clears out some grasses. She is not strong enough to take down that toxic berry bush, and she also doesn't have the collecting ability, so she's not really able to collect berries from it anyways. Rod tries to go fishing. Missile tries to go fishing. Daisy is just so excited. She runs out into the beach. Raduk follows her. And Anna switched places with Elrare because Elrare can collect berries from the smelling fruit tree. And then Butter gets in between both of them and licks to remove the stench. And then is Cocaline, she's just clears out some grasses, trying to keep danger away from them. Anna, she comes over here and she clears out this grass. We smell, we listen, we don't hear or smell any apes spawning anytime soon, so hopefully there's not going to be an ape spawning right here, because if an ape spawns right here, we're dunsies. Alright, well, in the next episode we will take a look at Kosamine's baby with Preduke, and we'll see if we can get the bat head. And we'll also take a look at Shelly's baby as well. As well as Kosamine's baby in the next episode. Thank you all for watching this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Unleash the Beast and over and out.